Ever looked at your life and wondered why some people seem to have it all together while you're always scrambling? It's not magic, it's not luck. It's often hidden in a single hour, the one most people sleep through. Let me tell you about a woman named Maya. Maya's world was painted in shades of exhaustion. Her desk was a monument to chaos, unpaid bills, forgotten reminders, cold coffee in a stained mug. Her 3-year-old son Leo had stopped asking for morning cuddles because mommy was always rushing, her voice a tense whisper shouting, "Not now, sweetheart, we're late." Every night she'd stare at the ceiling and promise, "Tomorrow I'll change." But every morning the screaming alarm felt like an assault. Her hand would slap the snooze button, stealing 9 more minutes of escape, again and again until the panic set in. She'd run through the day breathless, apologizing to her boss, missing deadlines, and seeing that faint disappointment in Leo's eyes when she was the last parent at daycare pickup. "For your office, Mommy, to make it happy." He'd handed it to her one frantic morning. A week later, she found it crushed under her laptop bag, the glitter scattered on the floor like broken promises. That silent, glittery wreckage echoed louder than any argument. That night, sleep wouldn't come. At 4:30, defeated, she got up. She made tea and sat in the silent dark. For the first time in years, there was no noise, no demands, no rush, just her and the quiet hum of the refrigerator. In that stillness, a thought, clear and sharp, "This is time, my time." She didn't make a grand plan, she made a decision. The next day, she placed her phone, her enemy, in the kitchen. She set one alarm. When it rang at 5:15, her body revolted. Every cell begged to stay under the covers, but she remembered the crushed flour. She forced her feet onto the cold floor, walked to the kitchen, and drank a full glass of water. The first morning was not inspirational. It was cold and hard. She just sat, staring out the window as the black sky softened to gray. But she breathed. The second morning, she opened a notebook. She didn't write goals, she wrote one thing. "Today I will see Leo smile." She prepared his lunch, drawing a silly dinosaur on the napkin. A week in, the extra hour had become a sanctuary. She didn't work, she just existed. She'd watch the sunrise, plan her day, sometimes just watch the steam curl from her mug. The frantic edge in her soul began to soften. Then came the test, a major client presentation at 8 a.m. On the way, a traffic jam stretched for miles. A year ago, Maya would have spiraled, heart pounding, sweating through her blazer, arriving flustered and already defeated. But that morning, Maya was calm. She had left at 6:45, not 7:30. She had reviewed her notes twice. She had eaten. When she saw the sea of brake lights, she took a slow breath, changed her route using an app, and arrived at the office with 12 minutes to spare. She walked in, composed, ready. She nailed the presentation. But the real victory came later. Picking up Leo from daycare, he was building a block tower. "Look, Mommy, I made a castle." She didn't glance at her watch. She got on the floor. "Who lives in this castle?" she asked. He beamed, that full, unguarded smile she hadn't seen in months. "We do," he said. The most profound shift wasn't professional. It was in that moment on the floor. She was present, not a ghost rushing through her own life, but there, in the castle of blocks. Waking up early didn't remove life's obstacles. Traffic jams still happened, work was still hard, toddlers still threw tantrums, but it gave her a buffer, a space of calm before the storm. That space became her power. It gave her the clarity to choose her reaction instead of being hijacked by panic. She stopped chasing the day and began leading it. Maya learned that the secret isn't about sacrificing sleep. It's about claiming ownership. That first quiet hour is the foundation upon which you build a day of intention, not a day of reaction. It's the difference between being the author of your story and just a character forever rushing to catch up to the plot. Your life